gentleman by the name of George Tyson, he purchased this property here to give black people a chance to enjoy the ocean as well as anyone else.
Atlantic Beach rolled out the red carpet for so many black families throughout the nation, where they could not enter a public beach along the coast of South Carolina. Atlantic Beach rolled out the red carpet for those families.
In the summertime, the first time we drove down the street, and it was just black people everywhere, I said, oh, this is home. This is where I'm gonna live.
My father and mother worked on Atlantic Beach, I guess in the early 50s. My parents would work, and there were so many people on the beach on the weekends that we were not allowed to come out of our room.
Farm hands would come on the back of trucks and buses, any means for transportation to get here. Ray Charles, he used to come in this area, and they played in Myrtle Beach, but most of them had to stay on Atlantic Beach. They didn't have accommodations during that time for blacks in other areas. B.B. King, Bo Diddley, James Brown, they all played in the Myrtle Beach area, but they stayed on Atlantic Beach.
Maids had a day off each week, and during that day off, they would choose to come to Atlantic Beach to spend their time, you know, just for their little recreation, and they often had pictures taken, and so a lot of those pictures that we have there are pictures of those people, of those women.
My mother started out working on one of the lunch stands. Later on, she started working with my father, taking pictures in the little studios. I think pictures were like 25 cents a piece for a black and white photo. Sometimes it would be their first family photos taken on the beach like that.
It was called the Black Pearl. It was one pearl in the strand. And back in its heyday, in its height of blackness, there were whites that came here and who loved the beach as a result. They came here to serve the people because it was segregated. They came to learn the dances.
And at night, people would leave most of the waterfront and go further up the street. The hot spots was the patio Cotton Club, the Cotton Club Pavilion, the Blue Moon, and the Baby Grand and Manhattan Inn. People would come down just for rent those buildings in summertime, and they would bring a name with them. And when they leave, the name would go off the building. And next year, that building would probably be another name. I was here when Hurricane Hazel first hit the beach, hit Atlantic Beach, and it was going up the coast. I went to school that day, and I drove the school bus. And they told me there was a storm coming, and so I said, what storm? And so there's no school today, so I drove my bus back on the beach, got out of it, and went in the house, and that's when the storm, this wind was blowing and gushing. When I looked out, the Garden Hotel on the waterfront, it was easing down. The water had washed it away.
Atlantic Beach extends from our north to the south, 4 blocks wide, Atlantic Beach. And from the ocean here, all the way across on the west side of Highway 17, maybe 1/4 of a mile.
We do anticipate economic development and growth for this community. That has to be first, bringing something that will sustain this community, bringing something to the table that will offer a better quality of life for those who live here.
I would like Atlantic Beach to remain as a quaint village. I'd like to, see entrepreneurs come in, but not, like on that high-rise scale. Sort of just build on what's here.
What I strongly feel is all that's left for Atlantic Beach to do is to try to make an economic turn from where it has been.
When we can fit in with the rest of the whole Grand Strand there, and we be able to get our share piece of the pie as far as tourism is concerned.
I grew up here whenever there were wire fence that ran out into the ocean, separating Atlantic Beach from the adjacent areas. So the vision that I have for Atlantic Beach is just, hey, the fence are down now, the walls are down, but we're still here. And we just must strive to meet the requirements of this 21st century.